This week we begin reading the third book of the Torah, the book of VaYikra, also known as Leviticus. This is a book which, in many circles, is seen as very challenging and difficult because of the content. How is a book which describes in great detail the variety of sacrifices that were offered both every day and on sacred occasions, how is that book relevant to us where we haven't seen a sacrifice offered in over 2,000 years as a Jewish people? And because it's been so long, the idea of sacrifice is seen as repugnant or barbaric. Why even bother to read the book of VaYikra? What significance can it have in our lives? And so let me suggest two possible ways to view the book, to think, and what to think about as we go through these portions in the next few weeks. One is we have to understand the historical context in which the book was written, and that should provide us meaning as well. Being Jewish today isn't just about how we find individually our spirituality today, but it's also about understanding how we, as Jews, relate to other Jews around us and how we are part of a long chain of tradition going back more than 3,000 years. And so when we read the book of VaYikra, even though the subject may not be relevant, even though the method of worship may not be the same as we do today, still we gain value by understanding the history and understanding what went before so that we can understand how the worship service has evolved into what we have today. And secondly, I would suggest that we can also learn from the devotion and sanctity involved in the process of the worship. The Kohanim and Leviim were devoted entirely to work in the Mishkan. Later, when the temple was standing in Jerusalem, the Kohanim and Leviim's entire job was to work at the temple in Jerusalem. They dressed in a particular way. They prepared themselves every day by immersing in the mikveh. They approached their service as if, because it was godly. And that sense of devotion to the task, that sense of focus and meditation should inspire us in how we approach our own spirituality. If the Kohanim were able to dress a particular way and focus on their sacred task, how much more so should we be able to do that as well? Shabbat Shalom.